What's going on, everybody? It's Rob Wilson, and welcome to Strictly Art Live number 34. It is September 26th on a Thursday, to be exact. I'm Rob Wilson, a comic book artist. I do video editing and all that kind of jazz. The last video I tried to play, I think it was at 4K. Restream can't handle that. So, yeah, we'll check out some other stuff later. Today, we're streaming live from YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, Kick, and IG. Although IG, of course, is acting kind of funny after I successfully live streamed last time on it. But we know how that goes. We're no stranger to that. The show goes on. So, ladies and gents, I hope everyone has had a great week. I've had a great week, a great weekend as well. Work and all that jazz, all that fun stuff. So, we got an action packed full show for you today. We got to get right to it because burning daylight here. So let's see. I'm going to go ahead and go to my list. We got a few things to cover. Actually, quite a few. So, like, if a few is 3, then quite a few might be 6. Let's look at that logically. So I got multiple projects I'm working on art-wise. And also we're going to talk about, let's watch this Devil May Cry Netflix trailer. I'm a big fan of Devil May Cry, especially Devil May Cry 5. I still play that to this day. I probably will play a little bit after this live stream to decompress. So Netflix has a DMC anime. We're going to do a review of Subservience. I'm going to talk a little bit about that. Megan Fox's latest robot movie. Psylocke's been revealed for Marvel Rivals. And we're going to look at the Thunderbolts trailer. I kind of watched it off the books and it was rather grainy. So when we watch it this time, it'll be, full high definition, blah, blah, blah. So let's see. I added some updates to my I added some updates to my art blog at ArtStation. That's looking great. So I think it's probably best if we go ahead and knock out all the video stuff first, and then I'll talk about Subservience after that. So that way I can get to drawing without, going back and forth. Doing something that works for me. Let's see, DMC Netflix. I saw a little bit of it and then I stopped because I was like, okay, this looks good. I didn't want to overdo it. I didn't want to overdose. Let's see. This came out about 6 days ago. Let's see. All right, so let's get it. Hold up. Silly me, silly me. There we go.
This guy, he's something else. The way he moves, the hits he took.
His name is Dante.
Yep.
What kind of work do you do exactly?
Demon hunting.
Definitely looks like Dante.
Jackpot!
Let's
dance.
Over the top.
The gates of hell will be open soon. Hope to see you all there.
Yeah, see, that looks pretty fun. Kind of like a type of, kind of like a type of, stop. Kind of like a type of Mad Hatter type of villain. I'm definitely digging it. Looking forward to it. And hey, it doesn't get as cool or as fun as Dante. With God of War, you got stoicism to the max. With Devil May Cry, you have cool, sleek moves, overkill combos, and while having fun. The dude can literally ride a missile. I've seen it. Um, I like it. Hopefully it stays true to the series because I believe we need a solid. If this is gonna be something that I can watch on a consistent basis, we need a solid first season. Maybe at the end of the first season, we can go ahead and start introducing Virgil. Okay, but we got to find out what time this takes place. So if this is kind of like a offset from different from the uh, the game's chronological order, you know, kind of like that previous anime, it was weird. Oh, hey, Haggy Man, aka Kirby. Voha yo. What? You speaking German now? I just saw the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. That seemed pretty cool and fun. Um, it's a shame with Guy Ritchie's talents. Those are like the best movies he can make right now, just because of the way Hollywood is. It is a shame. Yeah, what's going on, Hike Hageman? I gotta admit, Kirby is a little bit easier to say. Your alter ego. I guess that's your third form, third face. But yeah, Devil May Cry. This looks fun. This looks great. I look forward to it. It's got my attention, and they can do a lot with it. You know, with all the what do they call it? Um, Acquisitions that Netflix has. What if they did a freaking just full anime crossover? If they had the rights to, since clearly they're producing these anime, just start throwing like ultimate anime crossovers, Forget the Seki Rays or whatever, you know. Hey, what's going on, Ruby Rex? What's the good word? What's the good word? Yes, sir. Oh, okay, that's what it is. Okay, you putting in emojis. And then for the emojis, you got this one. You got Billy from Predator. You know, something out there ain't no man. That kind of thing. So yeah, Devil May Cry looks good. Hopefully, we'll get the introduction of Trish. I'm not really in a rush to see Lady, but yeah, definitely if they're gonna do the chronological order thing, ride it out. Write out the whole first season, with different cases, maybe a two-parter case, and then introduce Virgil, the Virgil, not just some generic Dante's brother from that previous anime. That's where things get kind of shifty. So Ruby Rex said, currently drawing myself. Awesome. Sounds like great news. Yeah, I got the iPad sitting right on my lap right now. And I just got to cut through a little bit of the news we got here. So, next up, we got this Thunderbolts Marvel trailer. Hopefully, it'll be semi decent. But who knows when it comes to this stuff? Hard to call it. All right, let's go ahead and cross over again and cut through these trailers and reveals quickly. Very quickly.
I click leave on porch. Your subordinates will be reported to DoorDash HQ.
Alexi, it's me. Open up.
Milena?
Red Guardian.
Hi, Dad.
Sorry about the wait. It was on an important call. Highly classified. Lot of work. Many irons in fire.
You feel fulfilled?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so full. So filled.
Him and that
But why
damn
do you ask
beard.
this? What brings you here?
There is something wrong with me. An emptiness. I'm just drifting,
Lucky looking
and I
like a
don't have
senator.
purpose.
A senator
I
with a
thought
beard.
throwing myself into work was the answer.
I hope they don't do the building fight like with Bucky Winter Soldier or Captain Winter Soldier. Please preserve the quickness of that fight.
With your feet on the air, your head on the ground.
Why you got a beard already? I guess being like and curve up.
Oh no.
Who are you?
I'm Bob.
Who sent you, Bob?
Nobody. You were all sent?
Everyone here has done bad things. Shadow ops. Robbing government labs. Contract kills.
Yeah, so?
So, someone wants us gone. What the hell?
We're brought up with this belief that there are good guys and there are bad guys.
What's the plan?
This could get messy.
But eventually, you come to realize that there are bad guys and there are worse guys and nothing else. Look at you. So adorable.
Oh man, you got it for a villain for the movie.
Don't worry, she's bulletproof. What happened to bulletproof? It's bulletproof-ish.
Is that Bucky?
That's not good.
Yeah, definitely not a good sell in my book. Dang, they went straight to Puffy. I ain't talking about that. Yeah, that's an interesting one because yeah, that was not a good sell for first trailer. I'm sure the trailers would get better. You know, better to show the worst first to have the expectations lowered, and then have some better trailers to kind of really bring people to the yard. So yeah, that'll be interesting. Um, if it is true that Sentry is the the big bad that they're trying to go after. I think last show I kind of talked about my theories with that. Madam Hydra probably had him in a lab and was messing with him or pissing him off or found out he was from a multiverse or blah blah blah, whatever reason, because plot reasons. Then she finds she can't control him. He gets loose, so she calls the Suicide Squad. I mean the Thunderbolts to do a death, suicide mission, and trying to take him out because he's too big for just one hero to fight. You know how the story goes. So that's probably where that's gonna go. And I didn't see I've not seen Red Hulk yet, so I guess they can't show him because he still has to make his debut in Falcon, or I'm sorry, what was it Captain America: Brave New World? Man, so many names to try to adjust from that. It's a little too much. So yeah, as a pit stop, right quick, for Ruby Rex, what are you drawing? Is it anime, landscape? portraits, paintings, realism, comic art. What are you drawing? Graphic design, creatures from the nightmares. What you got? What you got? Let's see. Psylocke, Marvel Rivals. Okay. So here's what we got for. We got anime. That reminds me of like that. Every time I just hear one word anime, it reminds me of that rock song that first introduced the video game Disgaea to America. It was just like a rock song. Anime, cause it's anime. It's anime. Anime. Let's see, 2 pictures of my VTuber models and ones of a random cowgirl. Okay, that's a winner. I can dig it. I can definitely dig it. Let's see here. Where we at? Where we at? Y'all are on Twitch, so I don't know if I send y'all a link. If you guys will be able to show it. I don't know how Restream works. Let's see. Let's go ahead and cut through this Marvel Rivals. It's less than a minute.
Psylocke's sword remains sharp. Step aside.
Good.
Out of sight.
Sayonara. Alright. Dang. Looks good. Oh man, that's messed up. They snuck that in. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. That is so messed up. Hold up. Go back. Go back. Stop the damn tape. Hold up. I'll be damned. I didn't know what the hell. People were posting this on Twitter, and I was like, what? I was like, oh shit, that is Moon Knight. That would make sense. So there we go. There's another one for us here. So many characters. That game is going to start off with like 30 characters um, off the rip. It's going to be rather interesting. It's going to be tight. And let's see here. Yeah, IG pretty much screwing the pooch here. They were like, no, he's not live streaming on there today. So let me see here. Yeah, I'll go ahead and send the invite in the chat. And see if you want to bite. All right. So we were talking about Subservience with Megan Fox. Yeah. So Subservience, kind of one of those low budget sleepers. With the only recognizable people, of course, Megan Fox, and she kind of, she does, ends up being a model robot, found at a mall, is possibly looking as a housekeep for a father who has I think, dying wife, or she has some kind of injury. Long story short, while his wife's in the hospital and the daughter likes the robot in the form of Megan Fox, one of the newest models, they freaking, let's see. You say, I hate drawing makeup. Well, yeah, I mean, it depends on how much makeup you're putting on, If you're doing the line work first of the like the inking of the characters like that. Um, I'm really the only makeup you gotta worry about is the either eyelashes, and once you start coloring, then you have to kind of come up with a plan to get the best combination for makeup, color coordination, and all that good stuff. That's where that comes into play. But yeah, makeup can sometimes be a pain depending on how extravagant you make it. And that is the whole truth. Sometimes I start off with a simple design and I make it overly complicated and then I instantly regret it. However, I do continue to strive on and make it happen. So, yeah, that's what's going on with that. But yeah, Subservience, movie escalates. I'm just kind of like just cutting right to the chase. Subservience has the obvious plot, and it also has a interesting subplot, which makes it more interesting because we know Megan Fox can only deliver so much when it comes to acting. Like, no offense, but no one's going to see Megan Fox act. They're going to see Megan Fox for other reasons. And I figured it was an easy sell. Just like when she was on Expendables 4, she did her thing. She was almost kind of like a Black Widow-ish type character. Not really too many fight scenes. She did one with Jason Statham that turned into a bedroom scene. But getting back to this, with Subservience, it was multiple models of machines. The user messed up where he basically reset her model and it dumped some of her restrictions. In doing so, she unlocked new abilities and the ability to say, hey, I know what's best for you. Of course, like most female companion or helpmeet droids, robots, there's normally the robot that facilitates the sexual needs of the male. That's happened in humans 2.0, all that kind of stuff, where they have that feature unlocked. She uses his wife's voice in order to, and blindfolds him in order to fulfill the fantasy, of course. But later on, we find that the wife is on the road to recovery, and she comes face to face with this new help me companion droid or whatever robot, and that creates conflict within the house. And within the house, she observes this, learns this, and tries to make things a little more difficult because a real wife in the house for a robot jeopardizes its job. So at that point, those were I ain't even gonna say that. At that point, I kind of look at what the issues are. I said, wasn't also April O'Neil in the live action? Yes, Megan Fox was April O'Neil in the live action the Michael Bay Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Because at one point, wherever Michael Bay went, he tried to keep Megan Fox in the payroll. So I'm sure that saved him some trouble, and as opposed to scouting for more Victoria's Secret models, like he normally does. So yeah, aside from the main conflict in the household, also had the issues with jobs. So the main guy, he worked on a construction site, and since he got that model robot and he kind of showed the rest of the world, especially the company that made the robots, that hey, these are viable products, reliable, durable, and can also be used for construction. So such enters in the subplot to the movie, aside from Android goes crazy trying to take over a household, which is companion droids or help droids having the ability to start to take jobs. So the main character, main guy, husband, whatever, his coworkers start to find out that their contracts are going to be bought out, or they're going to be replaced by these new robots. And one of the leaders kind of, well, he was drunk, and he was like, "All right, let's go ahead and stick it to the man," as he was, a bit of the man himself. And they use the main guy that has a job. Later on, they meet up to utilize his code to get access and to beat up the robots that took his job. Standard human envy, which is rightfully so. It's kind of messed up to lose your job to a machine. Especially when ones have families. So that was another good subplot, and they start putting him under the investigation because his code was specifically used to open up the rest of those can openers. And from there, we pretty much reached Act 3 where the model of the Megan Fox model robot goes completely haywire, but also learns to disable other versions, other robots, with her signal or whatever, you know, super robot, human robot ability, frequency, powers, which was subtle. I just don't know what the hell to call it. So from there, she updates and uploads to a whole new body once they get to a factory, because the family's on the run at this point. And she continues on and until they finally defeat her, basically. But the company still has more robots in stock at the factory, and she has her code uploaded. And before they can shut it off, she already takes over like the network of the company. And that's kind of how it ends. Subservience basically was like an anime type of, like a Ghost in the Shell type of storyline. It was simplistic and yet decent. It kind of reminded me, as I was telling a coworker, that movie having the plot and then the subplot, which is not, it's common enough, but when executed properly, it's greatly appreciated. It reminded me of the movie from the '90s with Michael Douglas and Demi Moore called Disclosure, and it facilitated the idea that a female boss was capable of sexual harassment as much as a man. And in that movie, that was the basic plot. However, none of the commercials ever told you that outside of that, there were the additions of the use of the companies, because it was a tech company. They were using virtual spaces to hide corporate files and data, and the chipsets that they were ordering from Malaysia were more reliable. And then she was doing like corporate sabotage by making him look bad and ordering the wrong chips for the computers, which would have created problems for his presentation. But he found out and then was able to present that for the final conflict, aside from the lawsuit of sexual harassment. That's a lot of stuff going on in just a simple Michael Douglas and Demi Moore movie. But that's what I appreciate. The subplots, they can be good when done well. But yeah, that is it. What's going on, Sir Ray Haylock? How you doing? The Great Gatsby. No, I'm kidding. Let's see. The link is in the chat. I'll put it in again. Oh yeah, because you don't get to see the previous ones. So yeah, we got some fun going on here. I thank everyone for being here. And I'm just doing my usual thing, drawing away, getting into the zone, talking about, creative ideas, because it's the creative ideas. All art begins with some kind of creative idea. There are some extremely talented artists, I will say, that sometimes they just go ahead and get started and they're guided by some unseen force. You know, um, you just never know sometimes. But yeah, I've been working on this piece of Elliot Rodriguez Ominous, which he's already released the first 10 pages of the book, um, available to him. Be sure to check him out. Oh, shoot, let me take this off. Yeah, be sure to check him out. And yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. How you doing?
Hey, brother, how you doing, man?
All right, all right. Just,
Thought I'd pop in and say hi.
hey, greatly appreciated. How's life been treating you?
Yeah, pretty good. Technology around the house is failing.
What?
Yeah, the fridge died, so we got a new one yesterday.
Oh,
And
man.
then we're sitting watching telly, and the dishwasher decides to die.
Oh, man. Y'all have like one of those AI dishwashers?
Oh, yeah?
No, I was asking, did y'all have like a AI dishwasher?
Oh, no, I think ours came from a third world country.
Yeah, I got where I'm at, they have like a washer and dryer with AI technology in it. So when it tells you, hey, laundry's going to be done in 10 minutes or laundry's going to be done in 1 minute, that 1 minute is going to be probably longer than what your watch actually says, because the AI is constantly analyzing the dryness of the clothing and all that kind of nonsense.
Oh, weird.
I was like, oh boy, it's not following the rules. You
Yeah,
know?
luckily the dishwasher is part of the property we rent, so I'm just gonna send an email to the owner and say, hey, it's on the blink, get us a new one.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So, just besides that, man, just been finding every moment I can to breathe and draw when I have time, and get into
Exactly.
video editing and all that stuff.
Oh, good stuff, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Well,
guess.
speaking of good stuff, his stuff launches next week as well, yeah?
Okay.
His cookbook. So,
Oh,
we,
okay.
yeah, we finished designing his campaign page yesterday.
Nice.
We're just waiting on the cover art and the back cover art.
Hmm.
And we're ready to rumble.
Wow. What
Yeah.
kind of recipes is the cookbook kind of based around?
It's a lot of like family recipes from Good Stuff and Mrs. Good Stuff's family and history and stuff. They've got like
Okay.
a Grandma Good Stuff section. Lots of like, meat dishes and that sort of stuff. But they've got I haven't seen the whole book yet.
Mm-hmm.
I've just seen pieces of it. But it looks like really cool stuff. Like I'm definitely gonna, like, when I get my copy, I'm gonna start stuffing around with those recipes.
Putting
Yeah.
them to the test, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Because Good Stuff and I both come from the kitchen background.
Oh, okay. Nice, nice.
So that'll be very interesting to see. But his is all in metric. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah. Hey.
But I convinced him to put a conversion chart in there. It's like, good boy.
Yeah, that is smart. That way people have some kind of measurement tools.
And we were doing you learn something new every day.
Mm-hmm.
So he's got obviously stretch goals
Mm-hmm.
for his campaign. We've got live tracking for his stretch goals.
Nice.
So like, he's got his main goal, and then, when you get sales and it tallies and it shows percentages and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
We've got stretch goal 1, stretch goal 2, stretch goal 3. So whenever a new order comes through, it populates accordingly by %, which is fucking cool.
Nice. Yeah, I know a lot of the step-by-step bells and whistles that you showed me as far as web design. It really pays off when all the components work together in tandem.
Yeah. I mean, for some folks, it is a steep learning curve, to get your head over everything.
Yeah.
But I've handled clients that are like, old folk, from the old days and
Right,
that sort of
right,
stuff. And I've managed to get them over the hill in
nice.
like a 4-hour session.
Okay.
It's really not that complicated. It's getting it all together. Like if you were doing it like on your own,
Mm-hmm.
and you've never done it before, that sort of stuff, and you're used to using like MS Paint and
Mm-hmm.
Microsoft Word. Yeah, it's a little whoa. This is where sites like Wix and Shopify and these drag and drop editors are winning the game.
Right.
But yeah, it's not difficult. It can be very, very, very easy if you just segment everything. As you know, I'm a bit anal about that.
Yeah. Hey, the concept of time and money, that equation is really serious in today's day and age. And if you have the time to learn the do-it-yourselfs and whatnot, because you may not have the amount of money, then take that time to learn it. Those are priceless skills that go a long way because you can reuse them and reuse them and reuse them. And
Well,
if,
I've been bugged constantly from people on Twitter and Facebook.
Mhm.
Like they're asking me to start like a YouTube stream thing where
Yeah.
I help with these sort of questions and stuff.
Hmm.
But there's so many different ways to skin a cat when it
Right.
comes to web development that I'm gonna have more haters than people like, why are you doing it that way? You should do it this way.
Hey, welcome to the YouTube game. That's what it's all about.
I'm
You
like,
know.
oh god. So I don't know. I'm just taking a break until the end of the year.
Yeah.
I've got like 2 projects that might be coming across my desk.
Hmm.
Other than that, I'm just going to stick to my current clients, keep them happy. And then we're going to New Zealand for a month, and I'm leaving all my devices at home.
There you
I'm
go.
I'm
Take
out,
that
I'm
break,
out.
man.
And then when I get back, I might start up a YouTube or something.
Yeah.
Mostly to talk about the plugin.
Hmm.
Because I don't think people quite understand the depth of what's actually part of the offering of this plugin.
Right. And part
You know.
one of the key things with having a YouTube and going over that is that as opposed to reaching people one on one, you have a body of work that they can reference. You know what I mean? So that saves you time over, time as well.
I'm also thinking I'm going to take like the YouTube channel I have for the plugin with my how-to videos.
Hmm.
They're just time lapses of certain subjects with instructions in the description. I might throw voiceover, but I'm probably not going to use my voice.
Yeah.
Because video 1 might sound American, but then video 2 is going to sound South African, and then video 3 is going to sound Aussie.
Keep people guessing.
I'm like, who is this dude?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way to do it, man. I mean,
Yeah, and Tug says he he said he can get me the audience numbers, that's quite nice of him.
hmm
But we'll see. I'm still trying to put it together in my head, try and make it make sense. Like, who's gonna come to my channel? It's about WordPress web development. I'm like,
well, here's the thing. Every time that someone mentions, and they have been mentioning it, including myself, that they talk about your plugin, in addition to the website where it's at, they say, hey, look, here's an introductory video of the plugin, and then it could be on your channel. And then from there, you could start a playlist, however amount of time you want to spend, start a playlist of like, okay, this is step 1 of what this plugin is based on and what you could use it for. So,
yeah, because I want to focus on the reason why I've called it a toolkit. I was gonna say toolbox. But toolbox sounded more, construction-y than digital.
Yeah.
It's just that it's a series of tools that when you put them all together, it creates the crowdfunding environment.
Okay. Yep.
But even if you're not doing crowdfunding, you can use each of these tools synonymously or independently or whatever in conjunction to do whatever the fuck you want.
Right.
Instead of going, because there's probably about 7 or 8 functions in there that fulfill completely different purposes. And so I think, I failed during the launch and that sort of stuff. I failed to elaborate on that.
Yeah.
So I might be coming up with some like explanation videos and like in situ type situations. Like, well, listen, if you want to do pre-orders, here, this is how you do it.
Right.
If you want to do a batch of products that are pre-orders, this is how you do it. So if you just want to have one product that's a pre-order, you can do this. If you want to redirect the page at a particular time in the future to something else, this is how you do it.
Exactly.
Yeah, that sort of stuff.
And then plus two, if there's new stuff with some of the plugins, like what was the one that began with an A that you were telling me about for part of the toolkit, and you had told me it got a new update.
Oh, this one is
Avanta or something like that.
No. Avada is the WordPress theme that we use.
Okay.
Just because I'm grandfathered into the Avada world, so I don't use Divi or Elementor as page builders and that sort of stuff or themes for WordPress. Just because Divi's and Elementor is compromised at least once every fortnight.
Wow.
And I'm like, nah. And then if you have a page in Divi, let's say when you and I were discussing your site, we say, hey, have a look at this website and tell me what pieces of that page you like. And I can go in and grab the one piece I want and put it on the page we're building.
Right.
With Elementor and Divi, you can't do that.
Gotcha.
You've literally got to scour through the code, and it's a bloody nightmare, pain in the ass. I've tried it with clients, and I'm like, nah. Whereas with the theme that we're using, you can go to the specific way you build the page, delete the sections you don't want, keep the one you want to bring across, copy and paste that.
Right. Yeah.
But with the update, the next update that's going to be coming across is the whole GoFundMe type situation, where you can still use Vine as a GoFundMe, but it doesn't bring the people's names and dollar amounts donated anonymously or first name and that sort of stuff. That part I haven't got built and stylized. It's there, but it's not quite perfect.
Gotcha.
But I've got my brother, he's a minister and that sort of stuff. So he's got some people over in Africa that need it. So once I get enough interest in it and enough projects on board, then I'll go and invest the time and money to get that feature built and then release it to the churches and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's multi-use toolkit, as you said, and tools have all kinds of applications.
Yeah. And then since I've gone and built another 10 other plugins for other people, which is great.
Yeah.
So I'll have another page on the funding toolkit website called Other Plugins. I've got one that's a length calculator. So I've got a customer that sells timber products, and he sells products by the linear meter. So I had to build a calculator for that.
Right.
Oh, hey Kirby. Looks like Twitch went down. Oops.
Twitch went down. Oh snap.
Maybe Twitch doesn't like me.
Man,
get Kirby in here. You'll be safe.
I just started live streaming with IG last live stream, and now the same way that I set it up, as I set it up last time, I did it this time, and it's acting weird. That's kind of similar to what happened with freaking X. I did a live stream on X on a Friday night. I go into live stream again on Sunday. Next thing you know, they said, "Oh, you got to be a premium member."
For fuck's sake!
It's like, wow, that's some interesting timing there, guys.
Speaking of timing, I've got the man cave in 5 minutes.
Okay.
Pop around. We'd love to see you there.
Yeah, because right now I'm just doing my drawing thing, and I'm make it a point to study a couple tutorials on ZBrush. I don't know if you heard of that.
I saw your I know ZBrush, and I saw your time lapse from Odin's tweet. Very nice.
Thanks, man. I've been doing video editing for a hot minute, so I like adding the music and the timing of the scenery and stuff. And
you need pointers for videos and stuff like that. Speak to Good Stuff, man.
Oh, okay.
He's
Definitely
really good at it.
Yeah, they what was it, LumaFusion, one of the programs I use, they just got speed ramping. So
Oh,
that allowed me to do like kind of like some bullet time looking effects. But I gotta pick and choose when to do it because I mean on a still picture, all it does is just speed up how fast the artwork is being done.
yeah, like a time lapse. Yeah.
Yeah, there's not much camera movement involved.
So no panning and stuff like that.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Unless I created that, which would go into animation.
Nice. See, I use After Effects.
Oh
Right.
yeah, yeah. I
Oh,
used to use
man.
After Effects. Yeah,
But yeah, man, thanks for having me on.
absolutely,
And
absolutely.
I'll see you on the flip side, brother.
All right, most definitely. We'll catch up.
Yeah, man. Like I said, with our stuff, there's no rush. Just take your time.
Okay, thank
We'll
you. I
figure it out.
appreciate it.
It's all good, my man. All right, you take care. Chat. See you.
All righty.
Bye.
Bye. Ladies and gents, that was Ray Haylock. He has a plugin for crowdfunding, and it's pretty good. It's very intricate. I learned a lot with me and him having conversations offline on how the process works. He showed me some of it. Um, for me, it was an eye opener. It was something new, and I can't say I didn't learn anything from it. I'm just trying to find a good way of how to plug it in specifically because I already have so many avenues. I got one website already. Um, I have a clothing store, but I'm working on rebuilding that, uh, which takes money. So that's how that's going. But yeah, he's got a pretty good plugin with that. The WP Toolkit, something like that. So yeah, that's great to hear that he's actually pursuing, possibly doing a YouTube because just like my stuff. I mean, my YouTube most likely is probably pretty boring, but it's art. It's what I love to do. It's specifically around my skill set, so it is what it is. Now, in his case, um, the web design process may not be for everybody, but it's what he likes to do and it's what he's very proficient in doing. So that's what it's supposed to be all about anyway, sharing what we love to do, and hopefully there's one other soul out there that enjoys it just as much. So I guess, oh yeah, since he did mention, I'm gonna take a break from this guy. This character has so much detail. I feel like most of this image is predominantly him, just because he has so much detail. He's a very big, bulk and hulking like character, um, and I still have some additional things I want to add to this guy, so that way he is not neglected, and we don't forget about him in the background. I still gotta add some magic to him. I decided to wait until I start inking him to add it, so that way it doesn't get lost in translation with what I was trying to create with him. And then the hero here, yeah, these folks are ready to go. So I'm enjoying inking them both. Yeah. So I probably will do a torso. I'll check with Elliot Rodriguez first before I do it. But I'll see if I can turn this into kind of like a torso shot digital release. I like to get permission from people if I'm drawing their character stuff first before putting stuff out to sell. Try to be fair and reasonable about that. Performance with dignity, might I say. Let's see, hold up. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and show you the latest video I worked on for Odin Dasko's Unconditional Shove. I had fun creating this character. Let's see. All right. And yeah, I have fun creating this character and putting kind of like my spin on it. And he gave me a lot of creative control with it, so I was very thankful with that. And yeah, let's hit it. Hold on, let's see. Watch later. Yeah. There's so much going on, and it's like I only get one day off. I did it to myself, but it is what it is. I torture myself with constant work, but I mean, it keeps me busy, you know, so that way I don't get sucked into no drama. I'm too busy to get caught up in drama. All right, so here we go. Where are we at? Yeah, here we go. Let's cut the music. I heard there was a WWE docu-series on Netflix. I might check that out. See what the hell's going on there. Might be the last good light we see Vince McMahon. But who knows? All right, let's get rocking. Okay, 7:20. Let me give it some time to process. So this is my new intro for when I do RWA sessions. I worked on Black Panther previously. Mayhem. John Wick vs. John Preston. John Wick and then Equilibrium. That was a rare piece that I made. Upcoming characters. That was a tough piece I worked on before for a fellow soldier. There's another one I did for a fellow soldier, almost larger than my unit. And Elvira from last year. Stop talking and just let y'all enjoy it. All right, ladies and gents. So that's pretty much the whole damn show today. I want to thank everyone that stopped by. Hey Haggy Man, aka Kirby, Ray Haylock, and Ruby Rex, and any one of you, all of you that will be watching this, that may watch this on the replay, whether it's on Twitch, Kick, YouTube, or Rumble. IG, we'll figure out what the heck is going on for next show, of course. So, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap things up and pretty much give you guys an update on my comic book before I go. It's got a lot of line work. So, this is where I pretty much got set up here. Got some characters here. Not gonna say what, not gonna say who, not gonna say why. But here we have another variation of the Paradox Gate. And I'm not going to say why it looks the way it does. You'll just have to tune in and find out as the story progresses. So, yeah, that's pretty much that. I'm going to go ahead and share with you guys my new intro. If I could get it to, let's see. Yep, I'm going to go out with my new intro. I'm going to try to check out a stream that Ray Hillock is on. And yeah, call it an evening. Got a lot more work to do behind the scenes. So, y'all take care. Have a good one.